And welcome back to Let's Play the Citadel. Last time we entered the titular location, and we defeated Ceres, the Angel of Sloth. Now, I did get a comment last time letting me know that apparently before the fight begins, and that is entirely up to you when to actually start fighting Ceres, because she otherwise does not attack you, it is possible to interact with her. So I replayed with through Act 2, which... The Citadel has an act select, but it does not have a level select, so I did have to go back through Act 2, which is at which point I found out that once you kill a boss in a playthrough, it is permanently dead until you start a playthrough again. But hey, I guess I get a bunch of free money and whatever ammo I picked up along the way. Other things that I wanted to go over is that when I've been switching my weapons, you notice I'm just quickly switching through them. You can use the mouse wheel to switch through your weapons, or each weapon has a dedicated key, numerical key to press. So 2 is the meta magnum, 3 is the auto rifle, 4 is the blunderbuss, so on and so forth. There is a third way to switch your weapon. There is a weapon wheel, and this weapon wheel can be pretty useful. You get this by just hitting the tab key. It slows time while you are deciding which weapon you want, so it can be an effective way to switch weapons mid-combat if you're in full panic mode and you need a little bit more of a breather to think about what you want to pick. The last thing I'd like to go over before we get into the rest of the game is that there is the Enable Jam option in the gameplay options. What does this do? Well, let's turn that on, and if you have a really good eye, you'll notice that now my guns have a percentage counter underneath them. Turning on Enable Jam turns on weapon durability. As you use their weapons, they will become more and more damaged, and if they become sufficiently damaged, they may begin to jam when used. I haven't played with this option before, and I was gonna go without turning it on, but you know what? To make things interesting, let's actually play through the rest of the game with weapon jamming on. This also adds additional purpose to the weapons that you find in the environment. Now you can pick up any replacements for weapons that you happen to come across. Like, I came across a couple auto rifles and blunderbusses along the way. I can use those to replace my broken down rifles and blunderbusses. It also adds a bit more functionality to the weapons that Tycho sells, because now you can buy replacements for your weapons that are breaking. With that taken care of, let's get into Act 3. Except before we get into Act 3 formally, I would like to point out that Tycho has a new weapon mod for us to purchase, the 200 rounds belt for the chain gun. This doubles the carrying capacity for the chain gun, of course, what you load into it, not the amount of ammo you can have altogether. So we may as well buy that to make the chain gun just a little bit more effective. Why not? Why not? I also sold off some of my excess supplies there. Okay, now that I've taken care of that, let's get into Act 3 for real. Act 3, Ve Victis. Was just waiting a little bit there to make sure the game didn't crash. I actually had it crash a couple times on startup. It's kind of interesting. When I first played this game, it was on my laptop that is kind of a little out of date and hasn't been running it very well. Also, we've got shotgun troopers now. Been a while since we've seen these guys in greater numbers than just 1 or 2 dotted throughout the map, but they will become much more regular enemies as we go through the game now. Anyways, Act 3 is one that kind of always runs together in my memories. It does have some interesting levels, but it also has the dubious distinction of having one of my least favorite levels in the game, so we'll go over that when we get to it. As always, we want to just take things a little cautiously here. If I remember correctly, there's a flame trooper around this way. Oh god. Well, there goes a huge chunk of my armor durability. That's just something you gotta deal with every now and again. And yes, I was right, but one of the rifle troopers got alerted to my presence and decided to come out at me. Now you'll notice we've got another extra life here, but I can't pick it up. You can only hold up to a maximum of 4 extra lives. Trying to take any more will just get you nothing. I forget if this level even has a pattern buffer in it. I don't remember where it is if it does. And I usually kind of skip around certain things. Let's get out our whale gun here and take out some of these grenadiers. See this guy popping shots at me. I can hear something. Yeah, you. Get out of here. Hey, finally had an opportunity to use my kick. Sometimes enemies will catch you unawares when you need to reload, and it's never a fun situation to find yourself in. Not having much luck shooting through those bottles, and geez, I am just getting surrounded from all sides here. Okay, can I get a moment to think? Let's use our laser to dispatch some of these guys. Any more coming up? Yes, as a matter of fact, just everything is dropping on my head all at once. But hey, this allows me to clear things out and make sure I'm not too overwhelmed when I go through the rest of the level. Anyways, let's run across that banister there and get right over here. Ooh, was a little careless there. Oh god! Ooh, I have no idea what's going on. I need to get away. We are using a ton of blood bags all of a sudden. Sometimes when you try to go fast like that, you can very easily find yourself overwhelmed. And that was what I was talking about earlier with the Acolytes. Sometimes they can surround you and... Oh my god, my aim is atrocious. I'm having trouble hitting that guy. Sometimes they can surround you and just bludgeon you to death. Whoa! I did see the pattern buffer over there, but I think we're good to just go without it. Now that we have double blood bonuses, I'm not overly concerned about damage that I take on incidental level. Let's get to a safer spot. That flame trooper is gonna, it's gonna keep hounding us until we get to higher ground. So over here we've got a whalegun pickup plus some ammo for it, so let's grab that to top ourselves off. I got the attention of those shotgun troopers there, but they're no big deal. You do occasionally have windows you can shoot through to get to, God, there's so much gunfire heading my way. It's so interesting to be playing through this game in a way where enemies can be alerted to my presence in a way that isn't just on me. Like, I didn't just pop out into their vision. Get this guy taken care of. We're going to be getting a pretty interesting secondary weapon coming. Oh, woof. I let that guy get too many shots off at me. Ugh. I'm burning through my blood bags like crazy. That's okay, though. This is one of the tougher levels in the game if you're not careful, and I'm definitely not being careful. Here we get the Designator. This one allows us to call in some airstrikes. We got all those shotgun troopers clumped up there, so you get an airstrike coming in. Takes 5 seconds to go. Absolutely decimates everything. Each Designator comes with 2 shots. It's not my preferred sub-weapon, but we may as well use it. You also don't have to keep it equipped while the airstrike is being called in. You can switch it out. Let's see. I'm not going to have much luck hitting that guy from this angle when they're just constantly getting back to cover. I just love how I can hear the flame trooper still stomping around. Anyways, we just need to do a dash jump over here. You can get quite a bit of extra momentum on your jumps while sprinting, so always keep that in mind. Get that guy out of the picture. There are some SSM launcher ammo there, but if I go down to pick it up, it's going to... I'm not going to be able to jump back up to... oh, God. I'm not going to be able to jump back up to the platform I just dropped down from, so it's not worth it. Oh, God. No! I can't... no! Oh, God. Let's get over here. That was rough. That was rough. That was rough. Ooh. That is probably the worst I've ever done on that level before. Used up almost all my blood bags on that. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Let's see if I can't do this one with a little less suck. Here we are in high ground. I'm not overly concerned if I die, though. This isn't meant to be an ultimate skill demonstration. Let's see here. Luckily, we've got a few blood bonuses here to top me off a bit. We also have to be mindful that there are some enemies waiting for us on the balcony, and I've alerted them with the blunderbuss shots. Oh, God. There we go. Yeah, that, again, the Acolytes, when they surround you like that, it can be so hard to get away from them. They will just pummel you with their bottles. One frustrating thing about the Citadel is that because the level essentially completely reloads whenever you die, it can take a little bit of time to actually get back into the action. Not my preferred thing about how this game runs. It is a lot better in Beyond Citadel, the sequel, where it gets you into the action much more quickly and also has a bit more of a generous checkpoint system. Pattern buffers are no longer a thing, and any checkpoints you activate give you extra lives in Beyond Citadel, which is pretty cool. Why am I talking so much about Beyond Citadel, though? We're not there yet. We're still in the Citadel. Here is a hallway that is just crowded with enemies, so we're going to want to just lay down some chain gun fire. Fortunately, these guys are not too... sorry. My, my mouse got on a little uneven ground. It wasn't moving there. But these guys were not super aware of what we were doing, so it was pretty easy to just take them down. Let's get... Ah, God. The viscera is obscuring my view. Once again, just lean in, take these guys out without much risk to ourselves. Oh, yeah, I thought there was a shotgun trooper around here somewhere. Always be careful when you don't know what's occupied on the higher ground. Let's load in our chain gun ammo here. Oh, I'm still on fast mode. Should definitely keep that on slow mode so I can meter my shots a little bit more. And also just have... Oh, hey, that's our first jam. Oh, God. I don't know how to clear the jam. Okay, you hit R. I'm used to jamming in Beyond Citadel, but I didn't know how it worked in the Citadel. This was my first time actually using the jam function. But yes, when your gun is jammed, you'll get that really disappointing click that just keeps you from actually firing anything. Couldn't get those grenades there, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Let's get some of these armor shards, get me just a little bit of extra health on anything that decides to hit me. But yeah, jams, the lower your condition gets, the more likely they are to happen. Pretty unfortunate that I had one happen when the chain gun is only at like 80% right now. Let's get these things taken care of. That. And then we've got these guys just throwing some bottles at us right here. No problem dealing with them. Let's take out... Oh, ow, ow! Get this guy. Get you. Once again, caught unawares by shotgun troopers. Very, very deadly thing. Oh, whoa, 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 hello. Very, very deadly thing to get caught unawares by. Oh, goodness, oh, goodness. Fortunately, actually, now I'm remembering where the pattern buffer is in this level. We're actually very close to it. Let's see, I don't think there's any enemies in here. No. Now, this here will bring up that gate. Here's the pattern buffer. Oh, I didn't grab the, SSM launchers that I needed to get. That could cause some problems. Let me see here. I have one satchel charge. Let's use that to blow those things up. Oh, no. Yeah, fortunately, we do have a pattern buffer. Oh, God. I was still in a bit of a near-death state there. And I was able to get all the SSM launchers. Pattern buffers also fully, well, not fully, but they heal you by a ton, so they're pretty helpful like that. We gotta be careful as this thing gets close. Oof. Luckily, 3 SSM launcher shots takes it out. Ooh, ah! Well, there goes another extra life. It's okay. Those things are no good if we don't use them. I'm getting caught all unawares by things today. I definitely need to practice more before I actually get into recording. But I was just so eager to get into it that, you know, I might have gotten a little too careless here. There we go. Took a little bit of time to get that guy taken out, but we got him eventually. Oh, I'm loaded up on rocket grenades. Okay. This way I actually believe is a dead end, but what the heck, we'll go here anyway. Just a bunch of rifle troopers over that way. I think the path we want to take. This area is a little bit confusing with how it's laid out. But yeah, this is just a dead end, and the path we want to take is this one right here. No, actually, no, it's not this one. I keep getting it mixed up which one I want to take. Luckily, those rifle troopers that are on the higher ground, rifle troopers generally don't want to drop down from higher elevations, so once they're posted on higher ground, you don't really have to worry about them. Alright, keep our blunderbuss nice and loaded. Got a dual plasma caster over there. I need a little bit of distance shooting to hit this guy, so just take that guy out. Very weak enemies defensively, very powerful enemies offensively. Don't underestimate them. Once again, getting whacked with a bottle. Any rifle troopers around? Does not seem like it. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Let's grab some blood bonuses, and let's get some food bonuses. Heading up this way. There is a blood bag underneath these stairs, but jumping to it is very precarious. I'm not overly concerned about replacing my blood bags right now, so let's not risk it. I'd rather not lose another life and have to go back to the pattern buffer. Alright. Now that I have that yellow key card, we can move on to the area that I went to previously. Let's just walk over and drop down here, make our way over here, and yeah, this way. I do like the music in this area, very funky. Okay, maybe funky is not the word to describe it, but I just like the little boopin' boppin' techno. Okay, this guy. You may have noticed on the map there was a yellow keycard door back in that central area towards the top. That is actually a trick. It sends you back to the start of the level. Be very careful with these robots right here. Oof, yeah, if you just walk right out into the open, you will get shredded instantly. Oof, not how I want. No! Oh, God! Well, so much for not avoiding another lost life. I just went through 3 lives on a single level. Go me, go me. Hey, that's the kind of thing you watch these for, right? Alright, let's get back into this and not fall to our death. Of course I'm going the wrong way. How do I keep losing track of which way you're supposed to go in this level? Oh, boy. I promise you I've beaten this game 3 times, but I'm not exactly making a good demonstration of that, I realize. So, let's make our way up here. Be very careful, got a bunch of rifle troopers up here. Okay, those down. Last one's wandering out. That guy's kind of funny. Normally when you have hearing off, he's supposed to be a trap to catch you unawares walking to get the keycard. He'll be in that central hallway and will just open fire on you as you go to get the keycard if you don't realize they're there. But because hearing is on, they just wandered out to their doom. Again, another way how hearing can make the game harder, but also easier depending on the situation you're in. Alright, so all those extra lives burned through. Go me. It's okay, we'll get some spares in the next one. Here we are in Pitfall, and this is by far my least favorite level in the game. So this one, as you can see, we're in a little bit of a labyrinth, and there's a bunch of space. Oh god! Right away! I don't even get a chance to think or explain. But this area is loaded with plasma caster drones. And several of them are posted in the high ground, just ready to rain fire on you. We've also got a bunch of the xenomorph blobs here, but like always, they're not too threatening. So you want to take this level very methodically. You want to just go through, try and keep your center of mass low. Oh, and there we go. That's exactly the kind of thing that can go wrong in this level. You'll just be focusing on one thing, and a plasma drone will drop down on your head and immediately destroy you. And there are dual plasma caster drones posted all throughout this level. It is so frustrating. So we're just going to have to take this carefully, and if I get far and die, don't worry, I will employ editing to make sure you're not watching too much of me doing the same level over and over again. Alright, so there's the one of the dual plasma caster drones. Another one right there, yeah, like I can't even tell if he's gonna be coming. And oh god! We also have to deal with the fact that hearing is enabled, so some of these guys will just hear me and drop down on my head to try and take me out. There's another dual plasma caster drone. All of these xenomorph blobs are heading towards me, so we just gotta take those guys out before I can focus on this guy right here. Come on. And sometimes they will just go into cover, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's very difficult to take them out. You do want to take them out. You don't want to lose track of these things and have them just absolutely destroy you when you're caught unaware. Got another one roaming in. One perk of the hearing is, thankfully, the dual plasma caster drones cannot drop down from high ground. The single plasma casters can, the dual plasma casters can't. They will just occupy up there, and with the hearing, I can just lure some of them out. Okay, so this is a dead end. Again, we want to be slow and methodical here. Don't rush out and get caught by a drone. It's also somewhat scary when they catch me reloading. Always keep your guns topped off when dealing with precarious situations. Heading over this way, this switch right here will open up that door that we just passed, get a couple food bonuses to top off our food gauge. Hopefully we can come across Tycho and get some armor soon. Could definitely use it. It's also worth noting at this point, this level is where our next bonus level entrance is, but it's right at the end of the level, so it'll be a little bit before we can concern ourselves with that. Heading over this way. Thankfully, we get a ton of blood bonuses over here. We also get a ton of SMG ammo, but not anything I really care about. I mean, I guess the SMG is decent here, but I prefer the auto rifle for just it's a little bit more punching power. It has a bit of a better time taking out the drones, and particularly with distance shooting, the auto rifle has a lot more muzzle jump than the submachine gun for short bursts, but its accuracy at longer ranges tends to be a little bit more consistent. The pellets from the submachine gun tend to go wild once they are in the air. Oh, these elevators are very weird. They do not like to go up when you are crouching on them, and that's a little frustrating to me, because I'd like to be crouched to make sure I have good accuracy, as well as a low center of mass, so things don't have an easy time hitting me. Anyways, we are... somebody shooting at me from up top? We actually don't get any higher than this in the level, so it's a bit annoying that there are things posted, oh god, up high too. Oh, whoa! Okay, that door is closed. We need to hit a switch to get that one. You can also just walk over these small gaps like that. Fun little detail like that. Okay, let's get all these these guys taken care of. There we go, we got more robots over there. Ooh. Oh god. Let's get into a bit of a safer spot. Okay, there we go. We're fine. Now we can open up that door. Let's definitely get these blood bonuses and top ourselves off with some food. Alright, that is everything we needed to deal with there. Let's go. Hope I can find some more extra lives soon. Although you can never... what the... Okay, that's not the right thing. Clearly I was mistaken. Oh, it's this door. Whoops. Right, this door opens up after you hit that switch, which lets you get a yellow key card, and then you can go into the yellow key card door. Get my order of operations a little mixed up here. Alright, let's warp on out of here. And thankfully, we've got Tycho. Hey, buddy. Let's get a battle armor, first and foremost, and Tycho is now selling blood bags, and he sells them at a better rate than the in-level vendors we've been coming across, so definitely a nice thing to have. Because I used so many blood bags earlier, I'm actually going to buy a few. We also have some munitions we can liquidate. We don't need this many grenades. I don't need that much energy either. I like to keep 200 energy cells in reserve, so we'll sell off until we're at 209. That should be fine there. Anything else I want to buy? Let me buy a few SSM rounds, and let's see, how many do you get? How many satchel charges do you get? Only one satchel charge per 100 gold. Not that good, so I'm not gonna buy any more on that. That's a suggestion I got for Celeste, using satchel charges on them before they attack you, which I don't think is super practical, but just simply because you don't really find any satchel charges at this point. And as you can see right there, Tycho sells them for not a particularly good rate. And you can only hold 20 satchel charges at this point, so I didn't think that was super practical, but I did just want to explore that option just to see what it is like. So nice to have armor and not have to worry about, you know, just my face getting melted by a single stray shot. Alright, so where we want to go now is a little bit counterintuitive. Oh, this is actually the higher ground. You see, I'm wrong about a lot of things, but where we want to go now is we want to drop down here. Got some acolytes. It's actually somewhat gratifying to see these guys after everything we've been dealing with. Also get some more blood bags to top off our supply. We're looking good now. We're looking good now. Anyways, oh, no. What we want to do, sometimes elevators have 2 buttons to call them, and I always have this problem where I'll just send the elevator up without me because I press the first call button. The things you have to deal with sometimes. Anyways, we head out into the black void over here, and it drops us back up at the area that we were before. Now, we're actually right at the end of the level, and also we're at where the bonus level is located. Let's get all these guys cleared out. And let's head through here. Oh, God! That was a little party we got there for us there. Now, this stairwell leads to the end of the level. However, if you go past it, head around here. We've got another red banister here. Why do I keep calling it banister? Banner. Man, I hate it when I get the word that sounds right, but is completely wrong. Anyways, hit the red banner and go through this hole here to get to the bonus level. Here we are at Gate of Doom. I'll give you 3 guesses what game this is based off of. Also, of course, I'm immediately out of ammo. Let me get my blunderbuss out. We'll get some shotgun ammo back from these shotgun troopers, as you'd expect. Oh, I picked up another Meta Magnum. I'm not used to automatically picking up new guns and tossing my old one. That's another thing you gotta adjust to when dealing with the jam mode. Let's see here. Oh, hey, free battle armor. Sometimes in these bonus levels you'll find free armor. You don't typically find free armor in the rest of the game, so kind of a neat thing you can occasionally pick up here. There's one instance in the game, I think, where you get a free armor before a boss fight. Let's see here. Get all this money here. There is actually a reason to not pick up some of the money in this level until you're done with it, and then come back for all of it, but I'm not going to do that because that's just boring and it's not super helpful. It's just kind of a fun thing you can do. There we go. You see, even at longer ranges, the blunderbuss is not incapable of dealing with enemies. It's not perfect at it, but as long as enough pellets hit the enemy, it'll still give them. Of course, this is a little less reliable on higher difficulty settings for the enemy endurance with this guy. Now, at this point, we can leave the level, but we haven't gotten our upgrade yet. What you need to do at this point is, this isn't super clear, but head back after killing those enemies and head into here. Got another shotgun trooper, and okay, now I'm going to ignore this money and grab this upgrade right here, because we get Good Fortune level 1. Your faith allows you to find 2 times more gold. This doubles the value of every gold pickup we get, so watch this. All these gold pieces now worth 20 gold. Excellent, excellent. Note that while it's called level 1, to my knowledge, there is not a level 2 Good Fortune in this game. At least I haven't found it. If anybody happens to know if I'm wrong about that, feel free to let me know. But I've never found Faith level 2. It's definitely not in a bonus mission if it does exist. It's probably sequestered somewhere unintuitive in a main level. Anyways, Downfall. Here we go. Oh, this level. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with like all these levels in what is it, Act 3 just running together. I completely forgot this one was even in Act 3. Ah, boy. There we go, with some chain gun distance shooting. Not something you'd expect would be possible, but it is quite effective. See, it just goes in a straight line when you're on slow mode. Very good, very good. I don't use the iron sightings too often, truth be told. I just don't think it's that helpful. I often find it obscures my vision compared to just doing hip firing in this game. I mean, it's a cool visual, but I don't think it's too helpful a lot of the time. Only with, like, the whale gun do I usually use the aim, and I appreciate these enemies just roaming into their death. Let's use our blunderbuss here. All the enemies are going to be going through the doors. It's important to remember that enemies can indeed open doors on their own volition in this game. Some games, enemies are just completely helpless to the threat that doors pose to them. Not so in the Citadel. They can go through whenever they please. Hey, it's Tycho. Let me actually, you know what? Since we're getting so much money now, let's replace our... Oh, never mind. He won't replace the chain gun. Okay, so we have to wait for it to break until we can buy... Actually, that makes me wonder. Yes, okay, so that's something that I didn't think about. One of the things you can do in this game is drop weapons by using the... why did everyone call this a chain gun? It doesn't have a chain at all. Tycho has little comments for every gun you can buy from him. Which is, I think that's a cute detail. But you can use the J key to drop your guns. In a playthrough where you have the jam setting disabled, you're only going to ever use this with a handful of special guns that don't go into your... Oh my god, of course. Let me grab the... Can I grab the ammo back from that? No, I cannot. Okay. That's not a big deal, though. Alright, let's hit that. One thing to note about... you know how I bought that belt extension mod? One thing to note about the mods you buy is that they apply to all instances of the gun that you have. You don't have to worry about losing your mods when buying a new gun. Here, we got a little secret here. Another submachine gun, which would matter more if I was using it. Probably should have sold... Oh, god. Probably should have sold my submachine gun ammo to Tycho. Yeah, I was fumbling to get my gun there. There was a situation where I should have used the weapon wheel. Anyways, we'll just poke our head out, get these SSM shots fired off. As you'll notice, because the SSM is technically just each instance of ammo for it is an individual weapon, it actually does not have condition to worry about. I'm also noticing that the blunderbuss is surprisingly efficient on its condition. I've been using this thing like crazy, and it's still got over 90%. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Okay, now let's be a little careful over here. Gonna get out my auto rifle because Flame Trooper will just immediately use our laser here. Take it out, no issue. Yeah, those guys, not super threatening. Bringing it back to Beyond Citadel a little bit, those enemies are actually way more threatening in... Oh. I knew eventually I'd catch myself needing to reload the blunderbuss. But those guys are way more threatening in Beyond Citadel, because they're no longer put into a state of hit stun when you're shooting them, so they can actually be quite perilous to engage at, or engage with at mid-range. Alright, heading over this way. Just don't want... Oh, ooh, hey. Luckily, my armor protected me. There we go. Let's grab our green keycard here, and now we can wrap back around. Sorry, I was just like, ah, god, I feel kind of bad for him. Hey, another pattern buffer. Probably means there's an extra life somewhere in this level, but I don't know where it is, so we're not really going to worry ourselves about that too much. Okay, heading over this way. You don't always need to take clean routes back to where you were previously. Oh, hey, it's right there. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Or in this case, speak of the extra life, and it shall bless you. Alright, heading over this way. Oh, got this guy. I actually know what's coming up here. Let me see. first off, let's hit this guy down. Got an SSM launcher over here, so you can probably guess what kind of thing we're going to be dealing with. Let's be very cautious going through here. Yep, there's that guy. The enemy kicker units are so devastating to deal with. That went pretty well, actually. These guys can be so hazardous to your health when you don't have good cover. Fortunately, I was able to poke out from the corner and just pepper him with the rocket shots before he was able to fire off any of his Vulcan cannon. It's when they launch... let me see here. Just thinking about how I want to approach this. It's when they launch their... mortar shells that it can become really, really difficult to deal with them, because those deal big damage to you, especially if you get caught with a direct hit. We'll just poke out here. Ah, man, I'm having trouble hitting this guy. And poke out here. What the heck? Oh, I was hitting the actual turret. You do have to hit the squishy organic part of the turret trooper. You can't just empty fire into... the turret itself. Oh, I mean, you can, but it'll take a lot longer. Anyways, the shining white light takes us to the next level. Our next boss is Harkonnen. Oh shit, I think that's the Angel of Greed. That was a little too fast for me. That's okay though, that's okay though. Now going forward with boss levels, you probably noticed up to this point the boss levels were very short affairs, usually just supply points that immediately fed into the boss encounter. Every boss level from this point in the game is an actual level. I'm actually gonna save my chain gun ammo here. Let's, you know what the heck, I haven't been using it too much. Let's use our submachine gun. We get so much ammo for it, I may as well put it to work. But as you can see right there, I was having a little trouble actually hitting those things at a distance. You want to take very, very quick bursts with the submachine gun. Got our flame troopers here, so this is exactly what we have all these energy cells for. Unfortunately, I got a little bit toasty there, so ended up losing some of my armor. Game is a little generous with armor shards at this point. The flame troopers also have a pretty good chance of dropping energy cells themselves. So even when you use the energy cells you've been hoarding to take them out with the auto rifle, you still get a lot back and have a bunch of ammo in reserve for the next batch of flame troopers you have to deal with. Speaking of energy cells, one of those turrets dropped one. Better take it. Let's get our submachine gun back out. I introduced the weapon wheel and I haven't been using it at all. Let's just, ooh, never mind. Oh god, I can't switch while I'm reloading it. This gun's even worse than I thought. Normally the game is not that committal for the weapons you're using. Not a big deal, though. Okay. Yeah, the muzzle jump is getting a little bad there. Let's just crouch down, take quick bursts, and there we go. Through this first section of the level. But there's still quite a bit more for us left to go. Got a bunch of enemies over there, but fortunately, we've got a kicker unit to deal with them, so let's take them out. First off, we want to immediately launch some FFARs at that mech there to deal with that. We'll use our gas gun to dispatch some of these robots. Got a couple dual plasma casters over there who could cause problems, so we'll try our best to take them out. Hit all those up there, hit these guys. The gas gun has 2,000 rounds, so you never have to worry about running out with this thing. It'll go and go and go. Okay. Let me see, I'm getting pelted with bottles here, which are surprisingly effective against the kicker. But let's hop out of it just for a second, because right over here we've got, oh, this is a little bit of a tricky jump, to the point where sometimes I like to just go over with the kicker. We've got a pattern buffer live, and Lysander, okay, Harkonnen. I couldn't read that name. Harkonnen had a severe injury during the war to protect humanity. She lost all her limbs and most of her internal organs and her central nervous system. Jesus! Our cybernetic could not preserve her mind, and she is now no more than a mindless mobile turret, he said. She demanded the other angels to reanimate herself, not to let us lose a hope. By pretending as if she's still there, how could our lords treat themselves that cruel? Anyways, do I want to buy anything from, Ooh, we got the flash launcher here. There we go. That's actually going to be very helpful. Now that I have that, let me buy a couple SSM rounds. Let me see, how much gold do I have? 2292. Did I buy the airboat? Okay, yeah, I did. Again, I don't know what that does. We definitely want to re-up our battle armor. Fortunately, we'll be able to go into that with it being completely fresh because we have the kicker at our disposal. Alright, speaking of the kicker, let's get back over to it. We also got some free SSM rounds over here. The individual launchers only give you one rocket to work with, but when you come across the crates like Tycho cells, those carry 4 rockets for you. Very helpful. We've got an enemy kicker unit up there, but we're just going to do our best to ignore him until we get to a better vantage point. Specifically this one right here. Throw out all these FFARs at him, and the turrets that he has backing him just get completely annihilated. Good stuff, good stuff. Hit this switch over there to open up a blast door that we otherwise could not get behind, or rather, raise that pillar right there in order to get the hole to the boss fight. However, before we go over there, I could have just jumped over, but I got back in the kicker unit because we can grab some of these grenades and we can grab these energy cells over there. Just give us a little bit more ammo to work with. We got the chain gun back. Let me get that into fast mode preemptively so that I don't have to fumble with that while I'm in the fight. Okay, definitely activate the pattern buffer before you get into the battle, and we've got a new enemy here. This level just keeps the surprises coming. These guys are elite acolytes. They are equipped with the plasma shooting hyper blaster rifles. Very dangerous enemies to deal with. Be careful with them. Also, this boss fight is pretty tough. Alright, hit the switch right here, and we've got Harkonnen here. She also comes in with 2 elite acolytes, so we gotta take them out before dealing with Harkonnen herself. Harkonnen has a, oh god. Harkonnen has an explosive launcher. She launches artillery shells at you, and those deal big damage, so be very careful when she gets close. It's very hard to dodge them. In fact, whenever you see her approaching like that, immediately break to a sprint to slide to the other side of the room. Okay. And she's also very durable. Oh, jam. There we go. Oh, jammed again. Was able to clear that. Oh god, it's jamming like crazy. Oh no! Luckily we had the pattern buffer activated, but yeah, this fight can go badly in a hurry if you get stuck like I did right there. Anyways, now we can use some of our flash shots. This thing is fantastic. There we go. With the chain gun shots we got off. Kind of sad, honestly. Look, she's crying. Might have been just a little bit of her senses left to her there. I think she's out of her misery at this point, though. Yeah, that fight can go bad in a hurry, especially when your chain gun is constantly jamming on you. Note that the flash, in comparison to the standard SSM launcher, does have condition to worry about, so be mindful of that. Also, the flash and the standard SSM launcher occupy the same spot for your number key. So when you press 7, it'll go to the flash launcher by default because that's a superior weapon, but you can press it again to pull out an SSM launcher if you want to use that for whatever reason, or you can select it directly from your weapon wheel. Anyway, let's grab our next upgrade here. Backpack level 1 granted. Doubles our ammo carrying capacity. Very nice. We've frequently been coming across ammo pickups that we simply couldn't grab because we were already full up on ammo. Very handy upgrade to have. Now, if only we could pick up more ammo at once. Alright, Intermission 3. Let's see what Lysander has got to say for us. How does it feel, Lysander, that we've just kind of been killing your friends up to this point? Bzzz, destroy. Huh. Lysander? Don't like the sound of that. Anyways, we'll grab our supplies here. Tycho, you got anything to say? No, not anything to say. Though Tycho does have some new items for us to buy. First off, we've got the 8x scope for the whale gun here. Oh, I already have that? Oh, it's the heavy barrel that I didn't have. Okay. And we also have the shock hammer shotgun. This is kind of a side grade to the blunderbuss, and not one that I particularly care about. We're actually going to be getting a mod for the blunderbuss very soon that I think makes it a lot more useful, but I'll be grabbing this and showing it off in the next level. And we're already topped off on everything. Oh, very easy to miss here. Tycho is now selling an alternative ammunition for the whale gun. To my knowledge, there is nowhere in the game where you can pick this up. The 20mm high EX ammo. This is explosive ammunition for the whale gun. It's kind of fun to use, but there's not really anything it's too useful against, and it's incredibly expensive. 400 gold for 5 rounds. Not one of my preferred things to buy. Tycho is also selling rounds for the laser designator, if you happen to like that. I don't, so I'm not going to bother with that, so we're just going to ignore that. Farewell, Tycho. Now we've got the shock hammer. This is an auto shotgun with some serious muzzle kick to it, but it can absolutely shred everything at a close range. It can also fire your grenades as a secondary fire to electrocute enemies. Kind of a fun thing to play around with, but not anything too good. Anyways, next time, after Act 3, we of course have Act 4, and Act 4 is probably my favorite in the game. Very much looking forward to showing that one off. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.